welcome back to the finale of the History of Cryptography Behind the Code. I'm your guide, Michael Strike. In today's episode, we conclude our exploration of cryptography, shedding light on the looming quantum threat. Last year, we marked the start of our journey into the realm of cryptography, starting with the study of ancient cryptographic ciphers. We continued our journey to understand how messages were protected from interception, tracing the evolution of cryptographic technology from traditional ciphers through the Enigma machine used during World War II into the advent of asymmetric encryption and public-private key encryption of the 1970s. Our journey ends with digital signature algorithms and its impact on blockchain and therefore Bitcoin. This progression is a part of a grander narrative, culminating at the intersection of two of the most promising technologies today. So let's recap. We've demonstrated that historical ciphers and cryptographic methods are often eventually vulnerable to being cracked by emerging technology or by exposing previously unknown vulnerabilities. The encryption systems safeguarding our digital domain today are now confronted with an extraordinary new threat, quantum computing. This advancement isn't a mere increase in computational capabilities, it's a quantum leap into a new technology being tooled by some of the brightest minds in tech. So what are these quantum computers? Essentially, it's a departure from a digital aspect of technology from today to an analog aspect. Ones and zeros are replaced with atomic objects at extremely cold temperatures near absolute zero. This characteristic stems from two fundamental quantum principles, superposition and entanglement. Superposition allows a qubit to assume both a 0 and a 1 concurrently, significantly enhancing computational power for specific tasks. On the other hand, entanglement enables interconnected qubits where the state of one qubit can instantaneously influence the other. This advancement allows a sufficiently powerful quantum computer to process an extensive number of possibilities simultaneously, potentially resulting in an exponential speedup for complex problems such as cryptography, material science, molecular simulation, and drug discovery, just to name a few. However, the promise of solving intricate problems at an accelerated pace also comes with a caveat. For every problem that quantum computers address, they are likely to create just as many new ones. As we venture into the implications of quantum computing on blockchain and consequently Bitcoin, we'll explore the intricacies and potential disruptions that lie ahead. And so we finally arrive at our destination, which is ironically an intersection. This intersection, that being quantum and that being blockchain, and thus Bitcoin, represents a potentially precarious convergence. While Bitcoin has many security features built into it, there is one component that has a potential to be compromised by a sufficiently powerful quantum computer: the DSA. In fact, Vitalik Buterin recently released the Ethereum roadmap that includes implementing post-quantum secure code. But forking a blockchain to be post-quantum secure is easy to discuss, difficult to implement, and a roadmap and a promise, a successful quantum secure fork does not it make. So what exactly is the problem? Bitcoin employs a digital signature method which uses asymmetric encryption, which is enhanced by elliptical curve cryptography. The specific ECC parameters in use are known as SECP256K1. The security is based on the challenge that classical computers face difficulty in breaking down large numbers into their prime components. However, Shor's algorithm, designed for quantum computers and developed in the early 90s, poses a threat to this. This algorithm is capable of disrupting ECC entirely. Therefore, if Shor's algorithm were to be run on a quantum computer of adequate power, it could potentially listen to Bitcoin transactions on the network and undermine the otherwise secure foundation of Bitcoin. Thus, the issue is this: when a Bitcoin transaction is signed, it must sign its transaction using its private key, but it must present its public key to the entire network in order to provide proof of transaction ownership. A sufficiently powerful quantum computer using processes we discussed could do what 15 years ago was unthinkable: turn a public key back into a private key. Suddenly, the seemingly impregnable fortress of Bitcoin security may actually be vulnerable. So what do these attack vectors look like? Picture this scenario, called Bitcoin Rogue Node. A network of special Bitcoin nodes, let's say 10, 100, or even 1,000, each cloaked behind multiple VPN layers, capable of instantly altering their virtual locations. To the outside world, these nodes appear to adhere strictly to Bitcoin's protocol and consensus mechanisms. However, their internal operations are another story. In normal circumstances, Bitcoin nodes browse every transaction they receive, ensuring a network-wide awareness of all transactions. But in rogue node theory, these nodes deviate. They hoard transactions in RAM, selectively broadcasting only certain ones to other Bitcoin nodes, while others are covertly sent to a quantum computer via a secure channel. The unsuspecting user waits to see their transaction appear in the mempool or block explorer, unaware that it's being scrutinized by a quantum computer and was never actually broadcast to the rest of the network, buying the quantum computer more time. Before any alarm is raised, the quantum computer cracks the private key, initiating a new transaction that siphons off the wallet's contents. To the rest of the Bitcoin network, this appears as just another routine transaction, its true nature hidden beneath a veil of normalcy. Not your keys, not your crypto, as the saying goes, but in this case, it's more like not your node, not your rules. Erosion of crypto confidence is another potential attack vector, not necessarily a technical one, but that one of confidence. Imagine a scenario where a compelling internet rumor circulates, think LK99 or Cold Fusion, suggesting the existence of a powerful quantum computer capable of breaking cryptographic standards. Such speculation could potentially disrupt the value of Bitcoin and other non-post-quantum secure cryptocurrencies, creating a ripple effect in uncertainty in the digital asset landscape. The mere perception of looming quantum threat could trigger a market response, leading to fluctuations in the values as investors grapple with the perceived vulnerability and what their risk exposure is. This underscores the interconnected nature of emerging technologies and the delicate balance that the cryptocurrency ecosystem maintains in the face of evolving threats. One thing is clear. The field of cryptography is about to undergo one of its most significant evolutions yet. Post-quantum cryptography is not just an option, it's a necessity. The United States has initiated a special department and demanded that all federal agencies become post-quantum secure. So as we draw down the curtains, it's evident that cryptography isn't just a subject, it's a living, evolving narrative of change. Its journey, stretching across centuries, paints a picture of technological evolution driven by human innovation. The terrain ahead is uncharted and fraught with profound shifts as the pace of technology accelerates. How will this transformative wave reflect in the mirror of your life? Are quantum computers a threat to cryptography and therefore Bitcoin? Are they an innovation that will do more good than harm, or are they a pending catastrophe? Will they be disruptive? These changes will force personal introspection in accessing exposure, risk, and return. Your vulnerability or resilience in this evolving cryptographic landscape is a narrative in which is only yours to author. And so I leave you in peace to think about these possibilities. If you would like to learn more, visit us at www.thecurl.org or join us in the conversation with the social networking links below. Until then, be well and keep those digital assets secure.